Hello and welcome to RO.TV documentary. My name is Orvin Fu, and today I will discuss the establishment and significant achievements of the Ming Dynasty in China from 1368 through 1644 AD. I will discuss this solo because Regis could not join me today for this documentary. Before entering the Ming Dynasty, I will provide background knowledge about ancient China. Let's start by saying that China is the oldest continuous civilization in the world, dating back almost 4,000 years. Their first official dynasty was the Xia dynasty, dating back to around 2070 BCE. They of course invented a few global technologies widely used today, such as paper, gunpowder, compasses, and printing. Now, as I said, the Ming Dynasty started in the 13th century, and during this time, Marco Polo was the first to record Chinese culture in great detail for most of Europe, which would soon spread to other countries. There is a separate video discussing this made by Regis in the description below. Now, I will be discussing the establishment of the Ming Dynasty. The Ming Dynasty was founded by a commoner named Zhu Yingcheng, but let's call him Taizu. He was born in 1328 AD into poverty and spent his youth wandering the country after his parents died from an epidemic when he was just 16. Anyways, the dynasty he was born in was the Mongol one, and at the time, it was collapsing and there was increasing chaos in China. Taizu was a Buddhist and lived the lifestyle of total material rejection and begging. He soon decided to join a local rebellion group known as the Red Turbans, a small sect in the White Lotus Society. The purpose of the White Lotus was to spread Pure Land Buddhism and equality. He grew up and quickly rose through the ranks to be in control of part of the Red Turbans. Because of famine, harassment from government officials, and crowded conditions, Taizu wanted to stop the chaos and rebelled against the Yuan dynasty. By the time he was 40, he had captured Nanjing, which was the capital at the time, claimed the mandate of heaven, and became the leader of the White Lotus. After over 20 years of war, he had the entirety of China and took his title of Hongwu Emperor and founded the Ming Dynasty. In China, between the 14th and 17th centuries, a dynasty emerged, bridging tradition, innovation, and changing the course of history, called the Ming Dynasty. Emperor Taizu created a strong centralized government and ensured Confucianism was also part of it. During this time, the Great Wall of China was being constructed and strengthened, becoming one of the most iconic symbols of China's history. It served as an excellent barrier against invaders and showed their superiority in engineering. While their Great Wall was being maintained, it was not the only thing advancing them to a greater nation. Culture and innovation thrived during this period. The Ming Dynasty was also considered a golden age for art. Their porcelain crafting was perfected during this time and was recognized for its beautiful craftsmanship and signature blue and white patterns. Their porcelain also significantly contributed to economic success and would influence the ceramics in other nations such as Japan and Britain. Along with porcelain, silk production was high in demand and contributed to economic growth. Because of silk, trading exponentially increased in China, and trading introduced Chinese citizens to European culture and cuisine. For the first time, foods such as peanuts, sweet potatoes, corn, and peppers entered China. Along with their art, they advanced in science and technology by inventing the compass, movable type printing, and complex shipbuilding techniques that changed the course of history. During this time, China was leading the world with their investigation with compasses, naval exploration with sophisticated ships that could reach 120 meters in length and could be operated by a crew of 27,000 men, and gunpowder-based weaponry such as rockets, which could be altered to specialize in sinking ships, punching through armor, and destroying everything in their path. Emperor Taizu also made one of his most extraordinary constructions, the Forbidden City in Beijing. It was an imperial palace that was China's political and ritual center. It would be the start of the throne for 24 future emperors of China for approximately 505 years. Now, I will talk about the fall of the Ming Dynasty. Multiple catastrophic natural disasters occurred in China from 1600 to 1644 AD. It was called the Little Ice Age, which brought severe weather with droughts that killed 50 million people alone. This event made people think that the Ming had lost the mandate of heaven, so they rebelled. Along with the chaos among the citizens, there was corruption and factionalism, which gave corrupt officials significant power because the emperors in the late period were weak and easily manipulated. The economy was crashing because of excess silver imports from the Spanish colonies, which led to a devaluation of currency and an unstable economy. Rebellions were happening in China that were challenging the Ming government's authority. To top it all off, the Mongols and the northern neighbors attacked China, and the Manchus managed to invade China. Manchu leader Hong Taiji declared himself the emperor of the Qing Dynasty, which signified the end of the Ming Dynasty. That wraps it up for today's documentary. Thank you for joining us today on RO.TV. I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe next time we can join in with Regis for the next topic. Have a good day, and we will see you in the following video.